I know. I always look good. I know. Oh, we're starting. Okay. Cheers. Cheers. This is a nice one. Oh, I can't read the label though. This is kudoki kudoki jozu. Do you know what that means?
I don't know what kudoki means.
Kudoku means to like hit on women.
Ah,
Or kudoi can also mean kudoku can also mean like you talk too much. Like you're really good at talking too much, or you're really good at hitting on women.
oh,
Yeah, although I can't. Oh no, this says Junmai Daiginjo. Look at the scribbles on here. I can hardly read that. It says Junmai Daiginjo.
I guess it's from Miyazaki.
Is it?
Yeah, it's over here.
Oh, where?
Right here.
Oh, it does. Oh yeah, over here. Kame no I. Okay, can we just? This sake is really good, but I don't like this label very much because look, it's light. It's gray writing on gray background. So like. Underneath kame no I, can you read the kanji, like the letters there?
No.
No, it's kami no.
Kabushi.
Yeah, it's Yamagata. It's Yamagata. Okay.
Oh, Yamagata?
Really great. Sorry. Kame no I nanchara kabushiki gaisha. Wonderful sake.
Oh,
Please work on your.
Sorry, I was thinking Yamazaki.
And please work on your labels.
Miyazaki.
But dude, I'm super excited to get into this because you have so many good experiences talking about your homestay.
Yeah.
But the problem is last time you like talked for 70% of the talk, like the talk. So I just want to share.
So
maybe
I'm kudoki.
Maybe you are for this. So today we are going to talk about our experiences doing homestay, but there's one that I really want to share. It's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. So in Tondabayashi, there's a cult called Perfect Liberty.
Okay.
And they've kind of gone on the decline now. But back in 2007, when I went on August 1st, they would have a huge fireworks like thing.
Okay.
And we lived, my host family lived kind of close to them.
Yeah.
And so we would go into their backyard and we would watch the fireworks, you know? And so we got the yakiniku out, girls were wearing yukata, they had the neighbors and friends come over and we were watching. It was great. And I remember like my host father was sitting in like a lawn chair kind of thing. And he was drinking a beer and he had already had a lot and he's bright red in the face. So Aza, kochikite. Just sitting down. I was sitting with him. He's like, Asa ni kaita no wa en da na. And I didn't know what the word en meant. And they mean like en is in like en musubi, like en meaning like it's the connection that brings people together. Like going out toka ga aru nai toka. But it's like this, it literally just means connection. That's what en means. But I told him like I don't understand what en means, like en te doyu imi desu ka? Because at that point I'd been there for about a month and I could speak Japanese now. And he just said, 例えば、朝はここにいる。僕はここにいる。それは縁だ。It's like, just like, for example, you're here, I'm here. That's N. It's like, so like for 10 minutes, I'm trying to figure it out. And then,
dude, that did not happen at all.
I know. Tell me about that. No. You are here. I am here. We are together. That's N. I'm just like, okay. So after about 5 minutes, I just said, okay, I understand. And then I asked Kie afterwards, and she couldn't understand either. But the best part about that is I remember she introduced me to her friends and her neighbors, and she would say like, okay, Arthur, introduce yourself. So I introduced myself. She said, okay, Arthur, tell everyone how old you are. Like, that's weird. I'm 15. Great. And then later on, like when we went back to America, I said, so Kia, why'd you have me say my age to everyone? So why was that?
Because to really bring up the point that you're underage and therefore not someone to flirt with.
Kind of. But what she actually wanted to do was she didn't want people to think we were dating because she was a college student and I was 16. So she wanted me to tell my age, so that no one would think we were dating. That was the real reason. Yeah. So what are some experiences you have?
All right, so I guess we'll get in. We'll ease into the
Crazy ones.
the not safe, potentially probably shouldn't say it. So we'll start off.
The safe ones.
We'll start off with some of the harmless ones.
Yeah.
So I think I've mentioned a couple times on this channel that in Osaka they have this place called Amerikamura.
Amerikamura, yeah.
Right? And I went back a few years ago with my wife, and it was kind of an interesting experience.
Yeah, what'd you say like her reaction to going to Amerikamura was?
It was like not really that big a deal.
Okay, for her, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. She enjoyed it, but for her, it just wasn't okay. It was kind of just meh.
Okay.
It's like, all right, this is a place. But there was a couple fun places, but like back when I first went,
Yeah.
it was a really weird experience for me because, so Osaka in general,
Yeah.
it's so different
Yeah.
from Japan.
It's different. Yeah.
I can't say it's the same it's in the same way as Tokyo because like I often say that I feel like Tokyo isn't Japan, which is obviously not true.
Well,
it is.
Well,
But like,
New York City is not really like America.
Yeah.
You want to go to experience America, you don't go to New York City, or you don't go to LA.
yeah,
You know,
Yeah,
like
right.
that.
but it's just like Tokyo is like such a mix of like different cultures and like different people from different places in
Yeah.
Japan that it all ends up getting mixed together. And like I said, it's not that it isn't Japan, but it doesn't really feel like real Japan.
Yeah.
Right? And Osaka is the same way, but also it feels very Japanese at the same time.
Osaka does.
Do you kind of get what I'm saying? Because like here's an
Yeah.
example. I'm just gonna explain. So Osaka people are universally known in Japan as being loudmouths and friendly.
Yeah.
Like that is like everyone in Japan, no matter where you go, you can go to the most remote place, and if you ask them, what are people from Osaka like? Loudmouth, friendly,
And funny.
well, it kind of goes with like loudmouth
Yeah.
territory, I think. But yeah, right?
Yeah.
Right? It's like they're loud and friendly,
Mhm.
right? So they're very, very similar to Americans
Yeah.
in that sense. And I think that's why a lot of Americans feel very comfortable in Osaka.
Yeah.
But so that was an experience, right? And so we go to Osaka for the first time, and you know, at this point, like I've tried Japanese food that my host mother has made,
Yeah.
and she's an amazing cook.
Yeah.
However,
Mhm.
she makes a lot of seafood,
And you don't like
and
seafood.
I hate seafood. And I'm sorry,
And I still wonder why you're living
I
here.
hate seafood. I hate it. I'm sorry. I'm weird. I'm frustrated with myself, but I absolutely hate seafood. And like, so I've been thinking, like, at this point on my trip, like, oh man, I'm having such a fun time here, but like the food's really bothering me because I'm not really enjoying anything.
You go to Osaka.
But we went to Osaka,
Mhm.
and one of the things about Osaka is Osaka, of course, similar to like, you know, Tokyo, there's a lot of like really culinary specialties in Osaka.
Mhm.
You know, of course they have takoyaki, but like another big food in Osaka is kushikatsu.
Kushikatsu, yeah.
Right? And so we went to a kushikatsu place, and I remember eating that for the first time and thinking like, dude,
Well, that's like the food for Americans. Like it's deep fried meat.
fried meat and vegetables. I can get behind this. And so I really enjoyed that. We went to an arcade, and that's something that like kids today just can't really relate because I feel like kids don't.
Oh, you mean like a game center? Okay,
like
with
a video game center, right?
Yeah.
They still exist, but like, dude, I've been to the, like, I went to one, I don't even remember why. I think I was just like walking in, and I just happened to see it on the way somewhere I was going, and I was like, oh, I wonder what it's like. Let me just pop in, dude. Empty.
Yeah.
They are empty. I don't even know how they're still in business.
Yeah. Well, most of them are going out of business.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But back in the day, this is like back in 2004.
Mhm.
They were packed.
Yeah.
They were packed all the time. They were super popular. And so like we went and played games.
Mhm.
with my host family, like my host parents were like playing with us. We were doing like the taiko drum.
Taiko drum one, yeah. That's the one you got to do when you're in Japan.
It's so much fun, right?
Yeah.
We were doing like Dance Dance Revolution. We're doing like all the like old games and stuff, and I had a really, really good time with that. And yeah, so like that was like a real big eye-opening experience for me. It's like I got to see like the real fun part of Japan.
Yeah.
Like, of course, there's other fun things, but like that was my first kind of exposure to a little bit of like the nightlife.
Yeah.
And I had such a great time with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm sorry. I just got to say, when you were talking about arcade games, like game centers, it made me think about, because I've gone to arcades here, and there are actually a couple of arcades near where I live that are for like younger kids that my kids like to go to.
Yeah.
But one thing that I really miss here is laser tag.
Hey guys, if you've watched this far, you're going to love our Austin and Arthur friends.
In the Austin and Arthur friends, you're going to really improve your English listening, and I mean a lot.
Yeah. So for each episode, you'll get English and Japanese subtitles, so you can check your listening and comprehension.
You'll also get access to a members-only community where you can talk with us, the both of us. Mainly me, right?
No, definitely not. For more info, click on the link here, or here, or here, or in the description box of this video.
Thanks for being our friend.
Woo!
I have no friends.
Oh, did you play a lot of laser tag in the U.S.?
There was a place near my house that had laser tag.
Dude, I played it a ton, man. I love laser tag. It is so much fun.
So I wanna try to bring this up. So Aki, you can pull this up. So there's this thing called laser tag where basically this is an AI image, it's not a real image, but you put on these suits.
Yep.
And you get this gun and you kind of shoot like laser guns at each other.
Yeah, it's like a laser pointer.
And they're in these really, really cool kind of like battle-esque areas. So like when my friends and I in middle school, when we had a birthday party, we always went with laser tag, right? Yeah, it was so much fun.
Laser tag. And they have like, usually there's like this techno music playing. It's like running around.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
It was such a rush, man.
Yeah. But yeah, so like that was my first experience, like with a really fun moment in Tokyo, or sorry, not in Tokyo, in Osaka.
Yeah.
And so then I want to fast forward to my next trips, because we did a lot of fun stuff, but like we just don't have that much time to talk about.
I know, dude. We could talk about this forever. Maybe we should do like a live episode where we just talk for an hour unstructured about our experience.
We could.
If you guys want us to do a live show, please let us know in the comments and what time you would like us to do it.
We've done live shows in the past, and I'm going to be honest, they're really fun to do.
They are fun. It's just when you do them every month, it's kind of hard to continue.
It's hard to line them up.
It's like a special thing you should do every once in a while. Why you have to put on the list?
You said special. I feel like you can't say special without doing that little.
Anyways, continue with your story, man. Continue with your story.
Anyways, so fast forward to the next time I come into Japan, right? Mm-hmm. And at this point, I've built up a rapport with my host family.
So this is the next time you come to Japan. So
this
when is it?
Next year.
Next year. Okay.
Next year. And so I built up a rapport with my host family. My host mom, we spent a lot of time hanging out, and we became friends. Host dad, same thing. He, like I said, he can't really speak English.
Yeah.
But he really enjoyed hanging out with me.
Okay.
So like it was always these like weird moments where like I can't really talk to him, he can't really talk to me, but we're doing something, we're kind of enjoying it together. It's like we kind of just make do.
Yeah.
With like just saying words at each other, you know? And like, oh my God. So he asked me one day, like they introduced me to onsen, right?
Oh, nice.
And I remember onsen. So actually I went to an onsen with my friend.
Okay.
When my first trip, and both of us were kind of like, dude, everyone's gonna be naked.
Yeah.
Are we gonna be naked with girls? Is this a thing?
Yeah.
And like both of us were like kind of excited. We're like, oh my God, are are we gonna see girls our age? This is great. And so like we're both, stupid teenage boys,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so we go in there and it's just like all old dudes. And we're like, dude, I don't know why I expected anything different from this.
No, it's funny. It's funny. I gotta tell you one thing. So, because I had a similar experience, not about thinking there were going to be girls there, but like, so one thing about I gotta say, like the host family I was with, this is gonna sound really weird for me to say, but for being like a traditional Japanese like family with a salary man, when they go out drinking nomikai and stuff like that. I feel like for that, they were a really well-balanced family. Like, they were really healthy.
Yeah.
Like I told you, my tutor, Kie, she was like the #1 singles tennis player, college tennis player in New England when she came over and visited. She was so good at tennis. They loved playing tennis together.
Yeah.
And her dad, my host father, would go to the fitness center.
Yeah.
I was like,
I feel like that's a big thing
you
for
want-
guys here.
do you want to go to fitness center? And I was like, what?
Oh,
Like,
no.
oh, you mean the gym? Yeah, sure. So, because I was
okay.
going to the gym at that time. It was great. But, at the gym, in America, you'll have the gym and then you'll take a shower,
Yeah.
the little booths, and then you'll
Yeah.
then go home, whatever. But this one, they had like a Sento attached to it.
Okay.
So it was like a full-on fitness center. So I remember like, all right, let's go take a shower. Let's clean up. I'm like, okay. And I just opened the door expecting to see all of these stalls. It's a bunch of naked old dudes in there. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, all right, let's take our clothes off. Oh, okay, sure. I mean, so I was born in Europe, in Germany, where they have stuff like that too. So I was kind of used to it. But the thing that confused me the most was how to use the towel, like this mini towel used to cover your privates when you walk. Like
you do that?
no. So this is the thing that was.
Walk in like this. Just
I know that's what you do, but you're an animal. No, but this is what confused me because in Europe, right? Everyone's naked. Everyone knows everyone is naked. You don't need to worry about hiding anything. But it was so strange because like we'd wash off before we'd go into the bath area, the bathing area.
Yeah.
And we had like a big towel that we kept dry, and then we had a small towel we used to wash. And when my host father would walk, he'd always like put the towel, kind of like dangle it in front of his junk so that like you couldn't really look unless you were really trying to look. And it was weird because it's like we're all naked. Why am I supposed to hide? Am I not supposed to hide? Like what is going on? Like this rule, but it was just really strange for me, And then we just get in and we sit down. We hardly even talked at all, which was funny because like we were just sitting there doing nothing, just sitting, just okay, Arthur, let's go. Okay, sure. Okay, dangle the towel a little bit more and then go dry up. That was a really nice experience, though.
Yeah. No, I've said it multiple times on our channel, and my favorite thing about Japan is onsen.
Yeah,
I love onsen. I love it. If I could, I would go every day, and probably twice a day.
Yeah,
I would go in morning and night. I love it so much.
Yeah, the thing that sucks is that onsen are really like going out of business now. I was watching this when we were in Niigata, right?
Really?
In Niigata, like 70 years ago, there was like over 100 Sento. And now there's like 10.
Okay, that I will agree with because there are no Sento at all where I live. None.
Right?
Like the closest one is in Chigasaki.
Yeah, that's just
like
far away.
Far.
Yeah. And it's funny because, so we're moving next week, so I can tell people where we're filming right now.
Yeah.
We are filming really close to Musashi Kosugi Station in Kawasaki. And in this area, there by Shin Maruko, which is the closest station here, there was this really popular Sento. It's been featured on TV many times. I saw it on TV when I was in Niigata a couple times.
Yeah.
And that place is closing down now.
That's
it's
sad.
It's not working,
Yeah.
For shame.
But yeah, so going back, that was a long tangent. Anyways,
let's talk about our study abroad experiences while we are talking about baths.
Yeah. So my host dad and I, we went to this, we went to an onsen.
Yeah.
And it was a really nice onsen. They had like this really comfortable, like tatami, like giant tatami nap room.
Oh yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah.
But anyways, so like we're hanging out there and he's like, Austin, do you want to go to Osaka? And I was like, oh yeah. What are we gonna do? Like go to the arcade again? He's like, no. We're gonna go drink in Osaka.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, sure. Yeah, okay, sure. And he's like, all right, we'll go tonight. And
Okay.
I'm like, all right. So this is like a Saturday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he's done with work. And so, like we have dinner just like we have dinner every other night
At the house.
Yeah. And he's like, all right, we're gonna drive to Osaka now. And I'm like, dude, it's like 7:00. Like this late? No, okay.
And he was driving?
No, I'll explain why. Like,
Okay.
anyways, so after that, I mean, this was like an hour car ride.
Okay.
And so we get there and it's like almost 8:30 at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just like, dude, we're like,
Yeah.
it's already late in the night. Like, what are we going to do?
Can I just tell you?
Yeah.
I was really surprised in Seattle at how early everything closes.
Oh, it's super early, right?
I know. So like you're more used to things closing earlier.
Yeah.
Because that's where you're from. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was really surprised that we just arrived at like 8:30 and we get out of the car, he pays for parking in this parking lot, and we walk for a bit, and all of a sudden we start going up the staircase in this building that kind of looks like an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, are we going to someone's apartment? What the hell? And so like we're climbing the staircase and finally like we open this like old crappy door.
Yeah.
And inside's this like super tiny little bar, like izakaya. And
Kakuriga.
right?
Yeah.
And it was just like literally a hole in the wall izakaya that's like there's not even any windows to this place.
Yeah.
And you know, I look around and there's all these kind of like middle-aged guys. There's
Yeah.
like no, there wasn't any women.
Uh-huh.
And then like I'm looking over and then something just like immediately takes up my entire vision.
Yeah.
It's this giant trans person in a bright pink dress with the thickest mustache I have ever seen in my life. And he like walks up to me and just looks me from like feet to head and he's like, "Oh, America Jinda," and immediately spanks me. I like this all happened in the span of like 2 seconds and it was just like bam, and it was like this forceful spank and I'm just like, what the hell did I agree to tonight? What is going on? And so like we sit down and you know, it turns out that this guy's like friends with his father and they're like talking for a while. And you know, it turns out he's like a local comedian and stuff and anyways.
Yeah.
So like we start out there and like that was the first place that I ever had whiskey.
Okay.
And so the guy kept like pouring me glasses of
Yeah.
whiskey
Yeah.
and stuff. And so I was drinking that. And then like he took me out to the next place
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, all right, well that's where we're gonna go drink now. So now we're gonna go to the fun place. And I'm
Okay.
like, okay, what's the fun place? And so like he ends up taking me, and mind you, I'm like not 21.
Yeah.
Which
You're
I should say-
16, right?
No, so this was a
17.
year later, so I'm like 17. And
So just to be clear, this was not the official study like homestay program. This is like afterwards you went back to say hi to them. No?
same program just a year later.
Oh. Oh man.
Same program just a year later. Anyways, dude, you know, 2004 was a different time.
Yeah.
Things went a lot more loose back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things
that's
are
true.
there's a lot more regulation and rules now.
Yeah.
But you know, that was back when kids didn't wear bike helmets. You know,
Yeah.
you threw sticks at each other.
Or in the States, like kids still played outside sometimes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, so the next place we went to was a Playboy Bunny izakaya, and again, it was like a really eye-opening experience. Like obviously eye-opening.
No
but, like,
giant transvestite people in
No,
pink
But
clothes.
yeah, so like we go to this Playboy Bunny bar and like it's literally just a girls bar.
Yeah.
Right? It's not like a strip club because a lot of people think that like girls bars are strip clubs.
No,
and they're
just-
like yeah, there's like some places that do sexual stuff, but like most of the time it's just like sitting out and talking with a woman, right? But it's, yeah. So anyways, it was a Playboy Bunny girls bar. I remember like I was already drunk at this point,
Mhm.
and like we sit down and there was this girl that came up in like, of course, a Playboy Bunny outfit and like sat next to me
Yeah.
and was like practicing her English with me and was like trying to talk. And me, I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't know how to talk to a girl in a bunny suit. Like,
Yeah.
it was such an awkward experience, but it's so memorable.
Yeah.
And then so like the night ends and I'm sitting here like, wait, you drank too. How are we getting home?
Yeah.
And he's like, don't worry. Japan has a really cool service where it's like a taxi, but the taxi driver shows up and drives your car home.
Really?
Yeah, have you not heard of this? 'Cause
No.
I didn't. I was so blown away with this. So basically, what happens is a taxi cab will show up,
Mhm.
and there will be a normal taxi driver, but there will also be a person riding the side seat.
Mhm.
And so you ride in the taxi, and then the other person gets in your car and drives it home.
Okay. Wow.
That was super cool. I was
Yeah.
like, man, dude, that is so convenient.
That sounds great. It also sounds really expensive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sure it
but-
was. I mean, the like I said, it was like an hour
Yeah.
drive. So there's no way that cab ride was less than like Nimayan.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
But hey, it's an experience that you're now talking about even so many years later.
But yeah, it was such a wild experience. And like I said in our last episode, Japan was a really coming of age moment for me
Yeah.
that I feel like being here, I became a man.
Yeah. Right.
Right. Because
Well, yeah, if you have experiences like that, you're going to become a man.
But like what I mean by that though is like this is the first time
Mhm.
that in my life I felt like an adult.
Yeah.
And I felt like I'm on my own. I have to make my own decisions. I have to live with the consequences of my decisions and I have to do things, right? And it was such a transformative experience for me that it made me who I am today.
Yeah, dude. Well, well, I mean, when you have experiences like that, and especially, because you experience things like there are no Playboy Bunny bars in the States anymore. There's apparently like one, and maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just this whole nother world. I didn't really have those kinds of experiences. I feel like I was they tried to keep me pretty safe, probably because they were like friends with my parents. And
they were like, oh my God, we got to make sure this kid's okay.
Yeah. and I mean, I had a lot of good experiences, but it was a lot more safe. And, yeah, it's weird though, because I really feel like I really got like the feeling of like what a regular Japanese family is like,
Very much, right?
Yeah. But I did have a couple of experiences too where, I kind of went out on my own a little bit. Like I remember I went to Shukugawa in Hyogo. I think it was in Hyogo. It's called Shukugawa. There was actually a church there I wanted to go to. And I was a Christian back then, and my host family was like wary about Christians, I understand why.
Yeah.
And then I went to Tokyo to go meet my friend. And I got to tell you, it's so funny because when I was in Osaka, right? You said the people are very friendly and kind of loudmouthed and stuff. And I remember near kind of the end of my trip, we did a Nagashi Somen experience where we went to a local elementary school. And first of all, I show up there and all the kids are poking me like, guys in that, like, is this guy real?
Okay, I want to talk about my experience at school because
Yeah.
Anyway,
But what was cool about that is we also went to cut down the bamboo trees to make the Nagashi Somen thing. Yeah, we powered through this one too, man.
I just poured the last of it out.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. I hate you. It's fine.
I know.
No, it's fine. No. It's just give me a drop.
There's some went in there. I'm not a terrible
Thank you. I have 4 drops. Thank you. But yeah, so this was also the time when Daisuke Matsuzaka came to the Boston Red Sox. So when I told people I'm from Boston, all the kids were like Matsuzaka Daisuke. I'm like, who's Oh, Daisuke Matsuzaka. Okay. But anyways, I remember like I introduced myself to this guy and is like, "Namae nante, And I was like, "Oh, like Asa to imasu." She's like, "Aho Asa."
Yeah.
And I was just like, "What? What aho te douyumi desu ka?" And they just laughed at me because I knew like Hyojun, I knew what baka meant, but I didn't know what aho meant.
Yeah.
And so afterwards, Kie said, he's just joking, but he said, aho means like baka, means idiot. I'm like, oh. I'm like, wow, I I had just introduced myself to this guy, and he said that as like a joke,
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, my experience of Japan was Osaka, was that kind of thing, fun, loving, lean back when you find something funny, you lean back,
Yeah.
like super open. And then when I go to Tokyo, it was so different. Everyone was so quiet and reserved. And like when I was in Osaka, people would talk to me all the time. And when I came to Tokyo, it was almost like I was in a bubble, And so that's when I really realized like, oh, there's like multiple sides to Japan,
So I didn't realize that until my third trip.
Okay.
So this was my third and final homestay.
Oh, it was part of the homestay trips too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this was senior year.
So you went on like 3 homestay trips.
I went every year. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
And so my third trip was an extended stay over the summer, right?
And do you stay with the same host family?
Every time I requested.
Oh, awesome.
Because we set up a relationship, and my homestay family, we got really close after the first trip. Like my homestay mom came multiple times over to home in the U.S.
Oh, great.
And stayed with us for a while. I still talk to her today. I met her at my wedding.
Yeah, right.
Actually, Evan, the white guy that I was explaining that from the first trip, we became good friends also, and him and his family came to my wedding too. I love them. They're like a second family to me.
Yeah.
All of them. And so anyways, so my third and final trip, we went up to Aomori.
Okay.
And so that's where the homestay location was. And everyone up there was going to stay for a month, but I was going to stay for 2 weeks in Aomori and then go to Hyogo and stay with my host family for 2 weeks. Right. And so I met my host family in Aomori, and first of all, it's like completely different change of landscape.
Yeah, right.
Like Hyogo is still like Inaka countryside, but it's like Osaka countryside, right?
Yeah, right.
So it's like the people there are still very much Kansai people, right? Aomori people are very, very different.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
First of all, I can't understand anything anybody says up there.
Yeah.
The dialect up there is like very, very different.
Yeah, Tsugaru, yeah.
The climate, like we went in June, and I will say Aomori felt a lot like Seattle.
Well, it's on the same, I forget the horizontal one.
Yeah, I imagine it probably is.
Yeah.
Which ironically also Aomori is famous for apples.
Yeah.
Which is what like Washington and Seattle are famous for. So I was like really excited going into this. I'm like, oh, okay, we got like some shared culture with this and everything. And I met my host family, and it was a mom and her daughter.
Yeah.
Her daughter was the same age as me.
Yeah.
And the dad, like they weren't divorced, but the dad was never there. And I asked about it, and apparently he works in Tokyo.
Okay.
But he never comes home.
Okay.
So it's like, why?
Yeah, Tanshin Funin. When I first heard that existed here, it kind of blew my mind, because like in America, you always stay together.
It's never something I've understood.
Yeah.
I've never understood it, but it is what it is. And like people have that here, but it's like the concept of me not living with my wife and kids is just like,
yeah.
But anyways, so I met them, and I was like, okay. And first of all, my homestay mom was very
reserved.
Worse than that.
Okay.
Like it felt like she had no real interest in communicating with me.
Really? Okay.
And so her daughter, like I said, was the same age, and I was going to go to school with her. And we talked, and immediately the first day she like, Austin, come to my room. And I'm like, okay. So we sit down, and like I walk into her room, and her room feels like an izakaya.
Okay. What? What? Is there like a bunch of alcohol everywhere?
Just sit down and enjoy the ride. And so like we sit down, and like I'm sitting on this stool, and she sits down and like sits like a man. She's got like her legs spread, and she like sits like this on the couch, and she pulls out a cigarette and just lights it. And she's like, I was 18 at the time.
Yeah.
She's 18. She's a senior in high school, and she's like, what do you like to do? And I'm like, we're what does that mean? Because like she did Homestay in the U.S.
Okay.
So she actually has really good English. And
Okay.
did Homestay in Chicago, and she's just like, what are your hobbies? And I'm like, I mean, I like video games. You know, me, at 18, I'm like, I like drinking and partying. And she's like, I like partying too. I'm gonna call some people. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You're supposed to be a high school student. What is going on here? And so like she calls up her friend, and two of her friends show up. And
That day?
yes.
Okay.
And so like we end up just drinking in her room with like a bunch of other teenagers.
Yeah.
And like it's not like her mom was gone. Her mom's just like watching TV in the other room.
Man.
And it was such a weird experience. And so like this kept repeating.
Yeah.
For like the 2-week duration that I was there. And like I remember one night, like the concept of like relationships gets brought up, right? And at this point, like I said, I'm the only guy there.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm just in this room drinking with like, as a teenage boy, drinking with other teenage girls. And so the relationship topic gets brought up, and she's like, I've got a boyfriend. And I'm like, okay. She's like, do you want to see him? I'm like, sure. And so she once again flips out her phone, calls him, tells him to come over. And I don't know what to expect at this point.
Yeah, right.
All of my understanding of Japan has completely gone out the window.
Yeah.
I have no strings that I can hold on to at this point. So I have no idea what to expect. And sure enough, like 40 minutes later, we hear this car pull up, and she like I said, this is back in like 2005, and like her phone vibrates.
Yeah.
So back when vibrating phones was a thing.
Yeah.
And she flips it over. She's like, he's outside. Let's go.
Okay.
And I'm doing a deep voice because that's how she sounded.
Man.
Because she smoked every day, like about a pack a day.
Man.
It's crazy. At 18.
Yeah.
And so like we go outside. And there's this van. And this
Is it like a white van, or like what kind of a van is it?
it was a silver, like old box van.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It was just a piece of crap van.
Yeah.
But it's like all the windows were darked out.
Yeah.
And this guy gets out of the car in a literal tiger print suit. I'm not even making this up. It's a tiger print felt suit. He shows up, he's got like a tiger print hat on, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? What am I looking at right now? And so he's like, hey man. And like, I'm just like, what are you? What are you? Why are you wearing a tiger print suit?
Yeah.
And so like, we go out, and like he drives us out to this beach in the middle of nowhere in Aomori.
Yeah.
And we end up drinking all night in the beach, and like coming back at like, I don't know, probably late into the night, like 1 or 2 a.m. And I mean, nothing really eventful happened.
Yeah.
But it was just like my experience with Aomori was so disconnected from everything else that I have experienced here in Japan that it was such a weird, like it felt like a fever dream.
Yeah.
Like that's the only way I could describe it, is it felt like a fever dream, because it's just like, everywhere else, even like kind of my more crazy experience in Osaka, they were still grounded in Japanese culture.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, we went to an izakaya, we ate kushikatsu, we did these things that like you commonly experience in Japan. And then we go out to like Aomori, and like the rice fields in Aomori, right? And it's like this tiger print suit wearing guy shows up. My hostess sister is a like pack-a-day cigarette smoker. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, right.
It was so crazy.
Right, man. Yeah, no, I didn't have like an experience that's extreme as that, but yeah, when I did go to Chiba, I experienced a similar kind of like shell-shocking experience of like, how are these two families part of like the same place?
Dude, it was so crazy.
I know, but well, I mean, I'm glad you had that experience, dude. This reminds me about This reminds me of the time when you came to my house before we started this podcast.
Yeah.
And you were just telling the stories, and my wife was just listening to like your stories because you're so good at telling the stories. And I was like, dude, we should make a podcast. Like, there's a reason why your name is first on here because, dude, I want to do a third episode of this. We're already over time, but I want to do a third episode.
I could go into like there's yeah.
Although for Sorry Koso, we should do a live.
I think it would be more fun if we did our third part of this live.
Yeah. So then we can do a live. So if you guys want to see a live version of this, just tell us like when would be good for you, because then we could do that. Because then you can ask questions to Austin while he's talking about his shenanigans.
Yeah.
Or not his shenanigans, but his host sister shenanigans.
To this day, the image of her is burned into my head. Where it's like she's just sitting on her couch, like literally, like oh my God, man, I can't even. I feel like I can't even express the image. She's literally like not even changed out of her school uniform.
Yeah.
Like literally, we get home from school and she sits down on the couch. Like, I'm gonna back up for a second. She sits down on the couch like this. Like in her school uniform, like, you know, the public school uniform with the white blouse, blue skirt. And she's like legs super spread out. And this is like, it's like, it was so intimidating.
Yeah.
It was so intimidating.
People in Aomori and Hokkaido are built different, man.
Yes, they are built different, man.
Yeah, man. Well, it was good talking to you. So next time, I forget what we're talking about. I'm so overwhelmed by your stories, but we'll talk about something good.
Yeah.
See you next time, man.